the other live was cut off instantly. So I don't know what happened there. This is rye bread. It's not very often I get this. I treat myself. It's a bit more expensive than usual, but it does taste good. I guess maybe they sell it. Sometimes they sell bread in one slices as well. Do I live in the car? No, no. I live in a very big house. Very fucking big. No, I did speak to someone once, and I was wondering whether I should, if I retired, and then a build a unit on the back of the truck. Oh, no need to apologise. Lots of people do live in. Some people are very successful channels. There was a young girl, a very attractive young girl in America, and she got like fucking 1 million subscribers within a few weeks. Because like at Google, they can meet someone at a party and just says, "Oh, we'll help you." But people have been making videos for like 10 years that they don't give a shit about. But having said that, people like looking at young girls. So, BB, which are best, Russian women or Lithuanian women? My friend on this channel, he's just been to Georgia. And I think the yen is getting strong now. These were very cheap. Frito-Lay, how much were the Doritos? $105. Okay, so they're not good. So they stopped teaching Russian in the schools. So if I get my insurance money, maybe buy a new wardrobe. Yeah, well, I think I would like to speak Russian, because if you're non-Russian, and then I think it's like kind of cool. But of course, English is the lingua franca, as they say. Yeah, of course, but in, China now, you can get an idea in China, but obviously in Russia, those areas, there was nothing in the shops as well. But there's even in America, the fucking Americans or the government always bangs on about freedom. But if you have one serious accident or someone takes you to court, you're fucked. You can lose everything just over a court case, just over a car accident. You can lose everything. So, America for that, it's not really much better. But what are you a bit catchy? No, well, in America, well, even in England now, a lot of people are coming to England via boats, via gangsters, and we're putting these people up in hotels. But there are people in England that are going without food and going without heat. But all these people, like over 100,000 last year, come into the country. Now, if you write something on the internet, the police will come round to your house and saying, why are you writing this? They accuse you of being racist. They don't take any answers. They there's no freedom. So we're losing freedom of speech in Britain. Yeah, like I say, America's a fantastic country if you're a millionaire. Well, no, the government, they're reluctant to do anything about the immigration problem because a lot of politicians, they've got relatives. They set up translation companies. What in New York, Penn? This guy's tall, Gaijin, very tall. See, if people over 6 foot, 6'2", 6'3", and such, the guy might be Turkish. They just stand out like a sore thumb. Yeah, they say, even in New York, they're throwing money at the homeless people, but it's the people with the connections that are taking all the money. Oh, really? They're putting homeless in hotels. But why are they homeless on the streets? Because they're fucking animals, most of them. Like if you've got a homeless family, a mom, dad, and they can't afford the rent, then that's understandable. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, also there are Ukraine refugees in Nagoya. Well, the scams for the people that have got connections to the politicians. It was just like the thing with the COVID. Like the government, the guy that was in charge, Matt Hancock, he bought shares in his sister's fucking company. Yeah, yeah, they're in. I was in town a few weeks ago there was some kind of demonstration. Yeah, the majority are probably mental cases, because like Margaret Thatcher and Ronald Reagan, they closed all the fucking institutions. And then all the nutters from the institutions just went around stabbing people. Yeah, well, you're a lucky man. She was an evil, horrible, ugly bastard. See, Margaret Thatcher and a lot of, same in America, the Republicans, they think that people working class, they don't deserve anything. Shout out Ben Mandianike. I'm not going to shout it out. I'll repeat it. Ben Mandianike. Is that the guy that invented the shoes? Or Nike? What did you say? The American Nike? Yeah, in Myanmar, Burma, they have a system of people now. They've got slaves in Myanmar. They've got slaves in several countries where they're indebted because they're still carrying on debts from like fucking 100 years ago. And so their sons and grandsons and daughters, they have to fucking work for nothing. Yeah, I guess it's got a lot better for all those satellite countries in on the edge of outside of Russia. Yeah, yeah, that was that was Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan might have been an imbecile, but he could tell a good joke. Hello, Del Grady, how are you? Because they were saying about in Russia, because when he says, I'm gonna, it says in 4 years' time, the 4 years' time, because I'm gonna get my new TV. It's on a 5th of May on a Monday morning. And he said to the shop, because when he says, will you come in would you come in the daytime or nighttime, morning or afternoon? He says, we'll come in the morning. Why? He says, because in afternoon, the gas man's coming. You can't, oh, really? Yeah, I know that about China. Yeah, yeah. I can't move about in Japan because the fucking Shinkansen is too expensive. Yeah, I think it's I think probably the worst place is North Korea. I've been watching the young North Korean woman, and she was saying they were forcibly starving people to death. The different class of people or people they didn't like, they would starve them to death. They're pretty evil. He has both parts. It makes him a trouble causer, Glenn. I think they're probably just as tasty. Yeah, famine. They're saying, you know, what did he kill Ukrainians, Stalin? They said he starved about 30 million or something. I think I'm not even sure if I've had it. I might have had it once, Rabbit. Kept kicking the peas off the plate. But if you only eat rabbit, you die. So yes, it was Ukraine then. So you get, of course, you can understand why the Ukrainians don't want the Russians in charge of them. Apparently, they say Stalin died because no one could enter his room, and so he was having problems, but no one dared go into the room to help him. Yeah, Venezuela's having problems because of fucking America. Is that right, Glenn? Glenn, have you been walking around seeing the sakura? Glenn, by the way, is an American Venezuelan, and he's in Osaka. When I get my insurance money, I'll come over and see you, Glenn. Oh, what was it? Was that guy's name Chavez, the president? For nursing, well, no, but if you're a trained nurse, like a Japanese nurse, and you're in the system, it gets quite high, maybe 500,000 yen a month when you experience, but that's like 20 years. If you're now, they're offering money, but it's like it's wiping old people's asses like me. And it's about 200,000 yen maybe. And if you're trained to wipe people's asses, it's a little bit more money. Thank God they've got those toilets, those special toilets. Are you a qualified nurse, BB? Yeah, they're always asking for nurses. A lot of nurses came over from the Philippines, and but like after so long of wiping old people's bums, they start to look for other work. And they say, go and work for Gary. They say, no way, I'd rather wipe asses. Yeah, well, if you get trained in nursing, but then you've got to speak the language. Start learning the language. Yeah, unfortunately, that's where all the work is, in the old people's homes. I went for a job actually, but they said I would have to cut my beard because the crazy people, they would grab my beard. Then I said, not if I slapped them. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? You know, you need to. What is the same situation? Fucking hell, that photograph took a long time. Bibi, are you male or female? Okay, cool. Yeah, but like say if you can, you know, in your language, where is the verb? Where is the verb in your language? In Japan, for example, in Japanese and Urdu, the verb is at the end of the sentence. If you're in your language, if the verb is at the end of the sentence, then it's easier to learn Japanese. No, but there's better food in Japan, and it's safer and cheaper. And I'm here. Where's that fucking? See this one? This is one. This is I like this one. It's 100% fruit juice with liquor in it, which makes it a lot more expensive than usual. Bibi, can you speak English as well? Can you understand everything I say? It's at the end. Yeah, if yeah, like you know, I think it's always good for nurses in America, but the only thing about America though, it's expensive and dangerous. Yeah, but like if you can understand me and you speak okay, but if the verb in your language, if the verb is at the end of the sentence, then it makes it easier to learn Japanese. There are no difficult pronunciations in Japanese. It's getting crazy in Europe. That's the good thing about Japan. It's safe and you can get good prices. Yeah, Penn has watched about 5,000 of my videos. And most of my videos, I speak slowly, unless I get angry at something. Yeah, no, the only difficulty is when you start to try and learn kanji. That's the only difficulty. But kanji is very interesting. Yeah, without a doubt. Now, when I first started learning Japanese, I thought I don't need to learn kanji, but totally wrong. Kanji is the Japanese language, the Chinese language, Chinese writing. Yeah, what you need to... BB, do you live in the capital? Now, I can write some kanji, and I can read quite a lot of kanji. Maybe 500, 600 kanji. Yeah. Yeah, because sometimes if you go to a, for example, a Lithuanian Japanese friends group, then maybe you can get advice and things like that. Yeah, but for now, just go online and learn. Start learning Japanese online. Pair of headphones. Yeah. You needed some rest from. What is Riga? Riga, what's that a capital of? That's a capital city, yeah? Riga. Is uh, is uh, is Lithuania a big country? Oh, really? You're part of the EU? Okay, so that means you can travel to the EU then. So what, Bibi, what interest do you have in Japan? What do you like about Japan? I'll give you a free English tip, BB. If it's, you got to put, that just says hi, 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 hello, hello, hello. So you got to put he, he, and that is he. Baby, you sound educated. Belly good. Not Japanese. Well, it's still the third largest. It's the third largest economy in the world, and when it's like it's the third of the population of the United States, it's got to be the highest per capita, yeah. But Koreans are rude. Belly eats a lot. I see. Yeah, I certainly do. Oh, really? So what is South Korea's GDP? Is that pretty high, is it? Yeah, I think I've been to about, I don't know, 27 countries, something like that. Maybe he's Korean. Hello, Dusty. No, some interesting new people. Dusty Balls. Okay, GDP is a lot lower, but the per capita is higher, yeah? Yeah, they've got a lot of technology in Korea, yeah. Barely eat a lot, you. My belly is going to eat you. Yeah, it's going to take quite a few years for them to. But you got to remember that in Japan, people still work until they're 75, 80, 85 years old. My friend is still working. He's 92. He's still working. Do I like Kurokawa? Yeah, my good friend lives in Kurokawa. Why do you ask if I like Kurokawa? Is that you, JP? Yeah, it is. That is very true. They're not interested in boyfriends and girlfriends. It's very, very true. But maybe that will happen all over the world because it's getting so expensive. The main thing is, it's getting expensive to rent or to buy a house. I saw something that there is a billionaire. He wants to build a city for like 500,000 people. Cool cats live in Kurokawa. Oh, that's a good phrase. I will have to remember that. Cool cats live in Kurokawa. It's very close to me, about half an hour. I like to go to the sushi kaiten. They've got chips now and again. What about in the Ukraine, BB? Are they? Is that? What about boyfriends and girlfriends? There is that just normal? Is that changing yet? Yeah, boyfriends, girlfriends, and non-binary. Oh my God! I don't think. Why would you say that? Yeah, in the Ukraine, is it same as Japan? Young boys and girls, not bothered. What did I say? Oh, I said, sorry, I didn't mean Ukraine. I meant from Lithuania. Sorry, I'm getting confused. Sorry. I meant in your country. Nil point. I don't think anyone likes the Eurovision Song Contest. Isn't Britain is hosting it? Is it this year? Is it already finished? Or is it coming up this year? There's a very funny film on Netflix about Iceland. Iceland joined the Eurovision Song Contest. It's a very funny film. Will Ferrell. It's a great film. I might watch that again tonight when I get in. Just type in ice. Have you got a Netflix? I was having a bit of a problem there. I lost the Wi-Fi. So the Wi-Fi is from this. It's from a drugstore. I haven't seen Father Ted. I know it was supposed to be good, Father Ted, but I've not really seen much of it. BB, what I used to, maybe I should call you BB Chan. What I used to do, I used to broadcast from a restaurant called Gusto. And, but then the Wi-Fi got really bad, and so it was lagging all the time. So I used to go into Gusto, have some drinks, and then broadcast from there. But now in Gusto, which is a famous food chain in Japan, they like I say, I can't broadcast from there now. Yeah, I don't know whether I should watch that. Is it not? I've seen some clips. I've seen some clips on the YouTube. I believe Graham Norton was also in it. One of the funniest shows that I like is Would I Lie to You? And Have I Got News for You? That hasn't been. There were some people that were broadcasting Graham Norton Would I Lie to You and Have I Got News for You? But recently, maybe the BBC is cracking down. Yeah, there's lots of what that I can't remember. There's a very famous one called Mind Your. You should have a look at that, BB. Called Mind Your Language. But the one guy in charge of the BBC decided that it was racist because they were just looking at people's stereotypes. But wherever you're from, you know, like if you're a Pakistani or you're an Italian or a Spanish or Japanese or Chinese or French, they all love it. It's one of the most popular, funniest shows ever. And my favorite character was a Pakistani guy called Ali. It's very, very funny. Awesome. Have you seen it? Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, I saw that about Lily Savage. Very, very, very funny as Lily Savage. Yeah. There used to be a show on Friday night, you know, like about 30 years ago, there used to be a show on Friday night, and he was on that. He was very funny. 67. I think he had a lot of ill health. The key to a long life is exercise in your early life. If you don't build your body up, you just waste away. Yeah, that could. Yeah, that's one of my favorite comedies, and that has stood the test of. It's still funny today. It's still funny. The Japanese guy, I think, was actually Korean. The actor that played the Japanese guy was a Korean guy, Korean actor. So there was a Japanese, Chinese, Russian. Yeah, I think it was a Russian woman, yeah. Spanish, Italian, Indian, Pakistani. I don't watch Japan. Some of it's funny. I was watching something today, but it's like zany. Zany. It can be funny, but I don't watch it. I don't watch it at all now. I used to watch it with the kids, but not now. With the family. But they do have some like informative televisions on. You know, they go to different parts of the world, so that's not too bad. It's like a little bit crazy. Not normal humor. One thing they had many years ago, they would give two people a lot of, like a competition. They give them a lot of water or something to drink. Then they took them to a mountain, put them in a plastic box with just their underwear, and the person that peed first lost the competition. So you had to hold your pee inside. So they can be cruel as well. So, and one of my favorites was they had like eccentric, yeah. So one of my favorites was they had like 10 boys and 10 girls, and then they do the program, and then at the end of the program, if a boy liked a girl or a girl liked a boy, they would run across the line, go to this. So they go to the girl they liked, and they go up to this girl, and then they say, "Onegaishimasu, so I want to be your boyfriend," for example. And And most of the time the girl would say no. And so they stopped this program because they thought it was too hard. They said it was too heartbreaking, too vicious, too cruel mentally. Yeah, it's a, yeah. Well, someone told me his Japanese was very, very good, and he said he could understand. He said it was the humor was good, but you needed to be like a native level. Yeah, yeah. And is that one with the children? Yeah, when the children go shopping. Is that one? Am I talking about the right one where the kids go shopping? The kids are, quite young. I don't get it so much. The other day, I was something that happened earlier, and I was in the supermarket, and this old guy shoved me in the back. He said I was blocking the way, but instead of like walking around me, he shoved me. And so when I realized what had happened, I just ran after him and like shoved him in his bike and sent him flying. So that was quite enjoyable. I just don't bother now. I don't. I used to say, I used to shout at them, but now I don't do anything. Well, sometimes they say things to you, but because Japanese people think their language is so difficult that only Japanese can understand their language, so they say bad things to you. But like, if, for example, if you don't understand Japanese, then you won't notice it. So then there was a guy called Jack Seaward, and he came here after the war, and he wrote books, and he said, this well-known foreigner from America, he said, it's better that you don't understand Japanese. Yeah, oh yeah, of course it's from ignorance, but they say, but the reason is because they believe that Japanese is too difficult for people to understand. But in England, this is a crime. This is a hate crime. I might have seen it, but I don't remember too much about it. No, but you can't say, you can't say bad things to Americans in the street, like, because usually if, let's say you're Chinese, Asian looking, and you say something to them, usually those people can speak English. But there's been so many Asians attacked in America over the last couple of years. I don't think he was maybe Victor was the most famous American. Or Tokyo Sam. Yeah. This is what I didn't like about Ryan, is that, like he said about people practicing their English, then he went to Thailand and he was using Thai people that could speak English. Then he went to Africa and he was using Africans that could speak English. So it was just very much bad of him, for want of better words. Yeah, but honestly, I don't think Ryan's a good guy, but I do admire him for actually traveling, to different countries. So, but I think he's very misogynistic. He doesn't like women. No, now he's in Kenya or Uganda somewhere. No, he was always complaining, and he was complaining about having to sing or dance. But that is part of a teacher. This is how you get kids to enjoy lessons. Yes, he had a girlfriend, yeah, Ria-chan. Maybe Brian was the most infamous. Yeah, he was living with a divorced woman or something, but he didn't treat her very good. Yeah, he's to put it shortly, he's a bitch. He's like an American Margaret Thatcher. This is you saying hi, because the Spanish they say he or je, and the Japanese say k or kusa. They have the kanji for grass means funny. Yeah, I gathered that. Yeah. But as you know, in England, we'd say ha ha ha. Maybe we should put pictures of teeth. Yeah, so some new viewers tonight. Thank you, baby. Braden Anderson. I can't. I think my first time I seen Braden and Okay Thanks. Was there another new person tonight? No, Kyoto's been here before. Yeah, LOL. Well, I like the one that I like is PMSL. Yeah, but I saw the porn film with Ryan, and to me it looked like he had no idea what to do with a woman. Then again, it could because he was in a porn film. I don't know, but it was very sick in my mouth. Oh dear. Yeah, well, that's what I use with my nieces back home. Pissed myself laughing. I like that one. And I call laughing my arse off is Lieutenant Mao. That is Chairman Mao's grandson in the Chinese army. Right, guys, it's been a good. Well, please call again, BB. And okay, thanks. And who was the other guy? Who was the other new guy? Don't be an extranjero. Okay, baby. Call again, won't you? Bye-bye. Oh, Yasumi, I'm going to go home and see if I can. I wonder if that Will Ferrell film's still on. The European Song Contest. Cheers, guys. Good night. Bye-bye.